Hello YouTube, how's it going? And look what I have. It's my own copy of the new Muse album, The Second Law, and it's the sixth studio album to be released by Muse after Showbiz, Origin and Symmetry, Absolution, Black Holes and Revelations, and Resistance. So today is the worldwide release day of The Second Law. I've had my copy now for about 2 days. Thank you, HMV. It's a really nice album design. My first thoughts on it was that it looks like a piece of neon broccoli, just a little bit. But it's a really cool design and I like it a lot. So I'm going to go through the album now and give my thoughts on all the songs. So if you don't want any spoilers to the song, then now's a good time to leave. Okay, so people are still there. Hello. And let's go. So the first track is titled Supremacy, and as soon as you press play you're hit with a really epic riff, which is supported by some strings. It just gives a feeling that it's like a opening theme to a James Bond film, which is quite ironic because the new movie is coming out soon. All in all, it's a really hard-hitting, powerful rock song with some really sweet solo and outro riffs by Matt. I go as far as saying that it's a modern version of Knights of Sidonia. What hit me was the falsetto Matt uses on the chorus, and how powerful his voice still is after about 13 years of performing. The falsetto adds power to the song, which is something I really like a lot, and it also makes the unique sound of Matt as a singer. So it's a really good song to open up with. And track 2 is called Madness. Personally, I wasn't expecting this song to sound like it does. The song is more techno than normal material. It shows a new light on Muse, that they aren't afraid to experiment with today's music. It sounds like something by George Michael in the way that Matt sings. And there's also an element of Queen, with the riff sounding like I Want to Break Free. The whole meaning of the song is about relationships, but I can see people not liking this song on the first listen, but I feel that it's Muse showing their adaptability, and it sounds a lot like Undisclosed Desires on the Resistance album. So after Madness is track 3, which is Panic Station. Straight away you can be mistaken for listening to something by the Tintins, because that's what the opening sounds like. It's quite jazzy, jazz hands. It's quite catchy as well, with the lyrics and the beats as well. It's cheesy, but it gives the album quite a lively edge to the album. So tracks 4 and 5 are basically one whole song. It makes up Preludes and Survival. The song will be familiar to most people, as Survival was chosen as the official song of the London Olympics. And but if people didn't see the Olympics, then fair enough. But anyway, the song features some intense background choir action, which makes the song sound epic. As does the riffs by Matt on the guitar, and the solos and outro riffs. All in all, it's a really powerful rock song, which will probably satisfy the fans who prefer the older sort of Muse sound, like the Origin and Symmetry and Absolution eras. So that's Survival, and Follow Me is track 6. It's another song which I can see people not liking, because it's different. But once you start listening to it, it sort of grows on you. It starts out quite slow, but then it sort of gradually picks up, and it ends up being like a drum and bass dance sort of song, which is different. It's sort of a bearable beat, which is better because it sounds better than the like normal drum and bass and dubstep songs, which is a lot more better. It shows it's definitely quite quirky. There's no denying that. It's different. It shows the new side of Muse, which they're not afraid to show. And Matt on the intro uses the heartbeat of his son Binham as the intro, which is quite nice. So track 7 is titled Animals. The song has sort of a Spanish flamenco feel to it, with the simple, quick-paced guitar riffs. One thing I did notice was the how powerful the lyrics are. The song is about how economies collapse because of the greed of bankers. And one line is, kill yourself, come on, do us all a favour, which is quite heavy by Matt's standards. The anti-government and bankers theme is sort of reminiscent of Uprising by the Resistance album, which is something quite good. Track 8 is called Explorers, and like Follow Me, Explorers is quite a slow song, which is heavily backed by Matt on the guitar, on the piano, piano. The slow pace is quite chilled out, which is relaxing, but to compare albums, I'd say that this song is more like Guiding Light on the Resistance album, and I don't really like this song as much as Rest, but I'm not sure how else people will react to it. To be honest, track 9 is called Big Freeze, and it sounds a lot like something by U2. I thought that it sounds similar to Where the Streets Have No Name by U2 in a way. This is one of my favourites on the album. I just feel that it's quite an uplifting song, and I like how the guitar sounds like it does on Map of Problematic on Black Holes and Revelations. So if you like U2 or Queen, then you probably like this one as well. So that's track 9. Track 10 is called Save Me, and it's something new. It's the first of 2 songs written and sung by the bass player Chris Wolstenholme. I was really surprised by the song, as it sounds amazing, and Chris has a really good voice, singing voice. We were already quite aware of his talent, as he's done some backing vocals to the songs before on previous albums, but this is the first time he's been has centre stage in a way, and it works really well. I thought that Chris would make a great solo artist when if the situation came up, and he's seriously underrated as a musician in my opinion, but it's just it's really a good song. It's worth listening to. And track 11 is the second song by Chris, which is called Liquid State. This is the best song on the album in my opinion. It really goes back to where Muse excelled in the noughties, with a really good rock song, in which Chris displays his talents even more so. I feel like his voice is similar to Rob Swire of Pendulum in this song, which is something I like a lot. So that's track 11, and tracks 12 and 13, The Second Law, Unsustainable, and Isolated System. This is by far the most boldest songs Muse have composed. There's a lot of controversy amongst the Muse fanbase, because when the trailer's released, it features Unsustainable, which has elements of dubstep in it. Having heard the song in full, I really like how Muse have achieved this with their instruments. Matt using a fuzz factory and chaos pad on his guitar, and he just sort of creates the dubstep sound. It's really well done with the guitars, and it sounds epic, really epic. Yeah. Isolated System is also a really nice piece. It's sort of a nice, atmospheric, almost calming song. It makes you sort of reflect on the album as a whole. It's sort of chilled out, really. It's quite nice. So that's all 13 songs, and my opinion of The Second Law is that it's a brilliant album. It's the most diverse, but Matt has said that all along. It shows that Muse are looking ahead, and it shows that they're not just a one-trick band. The album is really well choreographed by Matt, as he created about 90% of the album with his ideas. There are some songs on there which people will hate from the first listen, but just give it time, because there are some amazingly good guitar riffs on there. I was surprised at how good the album sounds, considering all the bad press it got received after the trailer. But it's a really good album. I love this album, and I hope everyone else does, because it's well worth the wait. So yeah, I've talked way too much now. I don't know how long this video is, so I'm going to end it here. So be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe today. And thank you for watching, it means a lot. So until the next time, goodbye.